Welcome back to another night at the QRLS. Joining me in the booth tonight is none other than Masamoon himself. Your crew tonight here is K1 and Moss, bringing you live action of what is probably shaping up to be the most exciting match of the season thus far. We'll be seeing the Kings taking on the HammerHeads. And Moss, before we even get into really talking about the matchup and what we expect, can we talk a little bit about what just happened to these teams over the past really weekend?
Hey, when I cannot express how excited I am about tonight. This is tantamount to the first game of the season. These are effectively, for all intents and purposes, brand new teams to the league. We got Billy Bob going through, some drama with his hammerheads, with, the bring on of Alex, and then the admin decision to null and void that, and then he brings on Eagle, and then you got Kings blubbering up, taking up Alex from the free agent pool. It's madness. It's madness.
It's madness, absolute madness. And if you want
And
any
Sparta.
more details or information on what all happened, definitely go check out our YouTube page and check out the Week 3 weekend review that was done by Quicksilver, the commissioner himself, alongside my guest star here, Moss, actually. Both did a fantastic analytical job on some of the drama that took place. But drama aside, speculation aside, today we get to see boots on the ground. We get to see metal in the air. We get to see some real life action to see what all of this hype is about, and bring it all to you live all night long. Here will be myself and Masamoon in the booth. But before we really get into it, tonight is actually a very, very special night. We mentioned about, obviously, pretty much game one, week one for these teams, even though it's week 4, but they're brand new teams, as Moss here has mentioned. But a really big night, as this is our very own captain of the Kings, Blubbernut's 100th game with the QRLS. And as such, we would like to wish him a very, very special thank you for all that he's done, everything he's committed to this league. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Blubbernut, who in this first match will be coming in as his 100th game in the QRLS. Listed before you are his lifetime stats, but we wanted to put a face to the name as well. So excited to introduce him. Very kind of him to be here in the booth with us right before his matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him very well, Blubbernut.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Glad to be here.
And man, it's so good to have you here in the booth. You've been doing so much, so much work, and there's just an absolute plethora of stats. For the viewers, I'm gonna just kind of list through them, and also for you, I'm gonna take a deep breath here as I try to ramble through all of these. Here we go. QRLS championships. You got a QRLS championship, an MVP to your name, a Golden Striker to your name, Savior of the Season to your name, All-Star selections in 2 separate seasons, 135 goals, 59 assists, 124 saves, 306 shots on goal, 20 hat tricks, a playmaker, and 16 saviors in 100 games played. Well, 99 until we get into this first matchup. 99 games played. With all of this so far, I want to ask you, what has, the QRLS meant to you? What has it meant to you personally, being able to achieve all of this on, committing yourself to really growing in this hobby that you've taken really to the next level in ways that a lot of people kind of wish they could. So, wanted to ask you, what has this meant to you so far?
For me, especially, we all started this at season 1 as a bunch of friends to play and kind of have some sort of competitive thing to it amongst friends, and it's grown to such a good community that it is today. Like you had said before, I did win a championship in season 2, try to get in season 3 with no luck, and here we are in season 4. And by the time I've got here, I've realized that I find a lot of enjoyment of playing with new players, because I've made actually a ton of friends just from playing with new people. So I've been trying to make my teams based on trying to kind of lift up some of the other members in the league to try and get their spotlight, so to speak. So that's what the league means to me now, is trying to build up the community if I can.
Absolutely. And if you look at these stats, we're talking about building people up. Like, you think this man is playing golf with those numbers. He keeps solo like first, second, first. So, you know, to an up and coming rookie of the QRLS, what kind of advice would you, Blubbernut, captain of the Kings, give to help them in that comp grind, help them appear, maybe if they're in the free agent pool, more desirable to join the league, especially with the upcoming expansion that we got next season, 2 new teams, 6 new players, well, probably 2 existing captains and maybe 4 new players. What kind of tips and tricks would you say they should focus on to get step their game up to get them to the next level?
Honestly, the first thing is to try and get involved. We do play a lot as a community. I mean, it's sometimes it's the same guys, sometimes it's not. We sometimes get some new faces, but ultimately, there's a lot of good players in the league, and any rookie, no matter if they're 1,300 or 800, can still benefit from playing with these people. I know I've learned a lot from some people because, I mean, believe it or not, even with all these numbers, there are people better than me in this league, and I'm very thankful for those people and even the lower people. So I think for rookies, really, is to just try and get involved and try and learn from either the veterans or the newer players that tend to be in those higher ranks.
Well said. And I know you have a big matchup to get ready for. So want to thank you again, not only for joining us here in the booth, but also for your commitment to this league and really the commitment to the community. You've been, as Jake would always, or as Quicksilver would always say, one of the good ones. So without further ado, we'll let you go ahead, get back into the tunnel, get your team amped up, and wish you the very best of luck in your 100th game. And ladies and gentlemen, as we transition now over to the versus screen, let's talk a little bit now. Moss, you and I, let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. This is going to be a big matchup, and we got some massive names right here. I mean, when you talk Goliath versus Goliath, this is what you expect. Blubbernut, Alex RL, Joe Papa, Billy Bob, Eagle, Night Leaper. Who comes out on top?
Oh man, this is. I think for anybody to make an informed decision here, they would have had to have played some of these teams lately. And to my knowledge, I believe, if my inside intel is correct, that the Gold Diggers played the Kings very recently in the past night or so, and let's just say it was looking good for the Kings. So, without knowing what Billy Bob's bringing to the table, you gotta give it to the Kings on this one. I think they have the more well-rounded squad. Night Leapers is just kind of an unknown at the moment, but we'll see what happens here as we get into the game that everybody started.
Has the game started?
Yeah, I'm not sure why everybody got into the
Well,
into the
let's
net.
let's go ahead and
I guess we're
transition over now.
I guess
Jump
we're
into
watching some
spectate.
QRLS.
Fortunately, no goals have been scored, but ladies and gentlemen, we are here right now. 30 seconds in. Apologies. These guys are more excited than we are. As now Blubbernut takes it up the wall and Billy Bob takes it now, pushing the offense. Alex RL, who's everybody's eyes are on tonight, is flying around the field quick as ever, but Billy Bob has been just an absolute rock wall so far. I can't really wait to see how these two are going to compete against each other.
Yeah, and then this kind of slowdown that we have while the ball is hanging around in the midfield, we can go ahead and talk about our predictions. I still think Alex, as he's flying through midair, probably has the edge in this matchup. I believe that the more defensive play style of Billy Bob will probably um, cause them to maybe give in to that offensive just kind of assault. But we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, but on the opposite side, we have Billy Bob, who's a much more patient type player, alongside Eagle, who's one of the most prolific passers in the game. When you have one of the most prolific scorers and passers on one team, I mean, it's not hard to think what could potentially go down as this ball just goes off the crossbar. Blubbernut now trying to find a shot. Fakes that for Joe Papa to get the shot. Almost looked like a volleyball play. One person faking the spike, the other one going in. Almost worked out.
Fourth man coming in clutch there is a sidebar of the goalpost. Makes a clutch save for the Kings.
Definitely, as Alex puts one on net. Billy Bob with a big save. Blubbernut unable to get it in there off the save from Billy Bob. And what could have been very close stays the same, as now we continue to see bagels on either side. Alex putting a shot on net. Eagle diving, then unable to. And the stalemate is broken by none other than Alex RL.
Alex takes advantage of the awkward aerial from Eagle. You saw he was trying to go for the flip reset there to do the low aerial kind of fake. And he just capitalizes for the first one for the Kings.
Absolutely, and a low-scoring affair thus far. I think a lot of people expected to see more goals coming from, a game with Billy Bob and Alex on the field, but it just goes to show how evenly matched these teams are. Defense seems to be what is going to make or break either squad.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm actually not entirely surprised that these are low-scoring affairs at the moment. These are completely new teams to themselves and to the league. It's pretty par for the course that they kind of feel each other out before going full bore to the net.
Definitely, as Joe Papa now collecting on his wall. Night Leaper charge again. Alex able to get over. Billy Bob cutting it off before it can even happen. Eagle now taking it to his own corner. Will try to clear away. Blubbernut in his 100th game there to collect. Alex high in the air, tries to get the double tap, just didn't have the boost to get around.
Uncharacteristic whiff there from Billy Bob. You can tell that the nerves are getting to him. It's actually extremely surprising to see a veteran of his caliber start to struggle a bit. And you say that this still being a 1-goal game, so still plenty of Rocket League to be had. Let's see what they got.
Definitely, with a minute 40, it truly is anyone's game. Billy Bob trying to collect. Joe Papa has different ideas as he's able to 50 the striker from last season, the golden striker and the MVP and the rookie of the year all of last season, beaten by Joe Papa there to the ball as he pins it in the corner.
That is the most alpha move I've seen in the season so far. Joe Papa just smashes Billy Bob into his own net while simultaneously scoring a goal. Like, who is this man?
No hesitation from Joe whatsoever, as now Alex pushing the offense once again, and it definitely looks like the Kings have had the momentum all game long. Billy Bob trying to change that now as he sends it down, collecting his Alex RL, fakes the dribble. Good positioning there from Billy Bob to make sure he keeps the ball on the offensive side. Eagle able to win, getting demoed high in the air as Alex clearing away. Eagle spawned on the appropriate side now, clearing his Billy Bob, puts it high in the air. A lot of boost sometime, tries to get over Joe Papa, just couldn't get the touch.
And you're seeing a lot of mishits from the Kings right now. I wonder what could be the cause of this. Maybe they're having some connection issues, but you see whiff after whiff, and they've really got to pull their heads into this. And speaking of which, there's Billy Bob with the first goal for the Hammerheads of the game.
Billy Bob will never sit silent for too long as he's able to put this one just past the nose of the diving Alex RL. Not an easy shot to pull off, but he does it with 38 seconds left. And Moss, I'm almost forced to ask, is there a chance?
I would say that with 36 seconds, in any game mode, there's a chance. Certainly only with 1 goal down.
Alex
Billy Bob seemed like he was done with those whiffs for the day. Read the whiff from his teammate and put it right into the bottom left corner.
Absolutely, and Alex now with the demo parade, it looked like, which is an oftentimes strategy used, especially when you're up just by 1, trying to kill some time. What could have been a dangerous clear from Eagle, cleared away by Billy Bob. Blubbernut now high in the air, trying to get a shot. Good defense from Eagle. And great job from the Hammerheads to sustain as long as they have. However, it looks like this may go the side of the Kings. Have I spoken too soon? Alex RL cutting it off. This ball will drop. Not yet. Billy Bob with one last effort, unable to get to the ball. Joe Papa with a great defensive effort secures the Game 1 win for the Kings. And ladies and gentlemen, that is officially Blubbernut's 100th game in the QRLS, and he gets a win. What a game we just saw there. Want to talk to you a little bit about what we just saw and what you think we need to see more from the Hammerheads in order to combat this Kings high-flying offense.
Flying offense is correct, and really a tearjerker for the Hammerheads. But quite frankly, this was the Hammerheads game to lose. I honestly didn't see the offensive push that I was expecting from Alex RL and Blubbernut. Blubbernut sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard with 70 points to his name and no goals. So their potential is still clearly to be tapped, and Hammerheads just failed to capitalize on that. I think they need to take a step back, breathe deep, stop missing those easy touches. Right, that last 0-second scramble from the Hammerheads, that was an open shot for Billy Bob, and he just right flipped instead of front flipped. So I think they need to, do what Clarity did last week and get their heads back in the game.
Without a doubt, and we'll definitely get to see if they're able to pull it here now as we get into Game 2, which could be the deciding game for the Kings if they're able to pull it off. But the Hammerheads standing very strong in opposition against that. Obviously, is now Eagle will collect slowly in his corner. Tries to get it over Alex. Alex with a good challenge. Night Leaper now clearing away. Billy Bob up quick as you like, sending it downfield. Joe Papa trying to get in the middle. Alex RL keeping the offensive pressure. Shooting his Blubbernut. Billy Bob there to block.
Yeah, Night Leaper starting to make himself known. Not hanging out just in net, doing nice clears off the sidewall, and Blubbernut from the top left corner into the bottom under the defense. A beautiful pass from Alex, really a 50 victory, and he just calculates it perfectly over the defender.
Up there quick. It's almost as if he heard you in the booth, Moss. We asked for more goals from him. We get it right there. And a great pass from Alex. And I think that combination of Alex and Blubbernut can be incredibly dangerous, as now Alex goes up very clean in the air, tries to get the flip reset, cutting it off his Eagle, not giving him any time. Almost getting revenge from the last time that was done to him. Night Leaper with a big shot. What a turn here to catch the short volley and pops this one upper 90 where the kids can't get it. What a shot.
That is not a shot that anybody below 800 MMR is allowed to make. Who is this person?
Oh, man, we'll check for Smurfs after. As a shot now on net, Billy Bob behind Eagle, though, getting the clear as he collects on the wall now, driving it down. Joe Papa trying to cut it off, able to play around it is Eagle, now trying to get a pass over Alex's head. It's very scoreable. Putting it down is Billy Bob, and we're starting to see it now. The passing prowess of the Eagle, putting it right there for Billy Bob, and he finds the exact window of opportunity to put that ball down into that corner.
Not a whole lot of places that Alex Earl can't cover on a net, and Billy Bob with a pass from Eagle just slots it perfectly into that top corner.
Well, what's so great about that pass, too, is it wasn't even a great mechanical play at all. It just looks like he just mind-gamed Alex, just simply outplayed him, was able to get it around, and that is not an easy thing to do, especially not somebody with collegiate Rocket League experience. As Eagle now will collect in his corner, sending it downfield, is keeping control up in the air quick as you like, trying to put a shot on net, unable to get it around from a good defensive effort from Alex. Blubbernut now pushing the offense. The captain trying to get it in, unable to from a good defensive effort from Billy Bob. Eagle now up over Joe, sending it downfield. Alex collecting, sending it right back, bing-bonging around, as Squid would say.
Yep, as Squid would say. So you would never think to see spams for to help Alex, but in the chat we're seeing spam these kicks to help Alex. We can discuss whether or not that rhymes later, but a complete turnaround from game one. Billy Bob seems to have taken control of this game right now.
Absolutely, and good now shot from Alex, puts it in the corner as we speak, able to get more time than he knew what to do with. He's able to put a nice, very easy shot on in the corner. Unsavable when you can place it that well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to start checking the microphone spread across the field because I feel like these players are starting to hear me every time I say I say something or doubt somebody. They
Yeah,
just turn around and start popping off. So,
yeah. Let me check to see
you
if I might have left the audio playing on the in the big speaker on the field.
yeah, you see a pretty clear signs of inconsistency there. You saw Night Leaper just refusing to challenge that early, and that's kind of like where the leadership aspect takes is so vital for these newer players.
Absolutely. Now Eagle will get his look at the net, puts it high, goes for the pass, high off the backboard, unable to get to it is Billy Bob. Must have been a boost issues. This ball now is a very dangerous spot. Eagle, fantastic defensive effort to get back. Now pushing down the side is Night Leaper, gets the 50 to get the clear. Now they'll transition to offense. Billy Bob playing patient, waiting to see Alex's touch. Alex now touching again, setting it mid. Billy Bob, oh, very timely touch to get it past the diving Blubbernut, who would have had an easy goal had Billy Bob not been there to clear. And speaking of easy goals, Alex RL with a nice, clean look on the double tap, able to get this one up and easy. Nice roll, keeps the nose down, puts the ball down, puts it nice, gives them the lead.
So much of Rocket League is just recognizing vulnerabilities in your team. That was not a difficult play for Alex, frankly. Like a double tap for somebody of his caliber is not a difficult play, but he recognizes that Billy Bob is awkward off the sidewall and doesn't have good control of the ball, calculates the angle of his challenge, and perfectly sets himself up for the goal.
As he now puts a calculated back pass there, sending his teammate downfield. Along with the ball, Billy Bob there collecting now. Alex RL trying to find another shot on net. Eagle able to clear away. Eagle been quiet thus far tonight. Not something we're used to seeing, but Night Leaper now. Another thing we're not used to seeing is the rookie Night Leaper there. Quick as you like, with a nice little slap on the butt, it looked like, from Eagle as he went in, drove that nice shot. Good job tying the game now with $1:29 left.
All right, who's got this man's controller? That can't be Night Leaper. This man has 2 goals in this game.
Definitely. Night Leaper, the sleeper, as Blubbernut tries to find a teammate mid. Eagle clearing over Joe Papa. Alex now will have some time to collect on his side. Takes control of the ball, dribbles, as he's so comfortable doing. Goes for the demo. Now tries to find the shot on net. Billy Bob in good positioning, able to make a nice, easy clear. As Billy Bob now gets away, almost has a fast break. Good job from Blubbernut to break away from the defensive side, make sure he gets back to save that ball.
Starting to see a little bit of a defensive breakdown for the HammerHeads as Billy Bob goes for that corner, misses the challenge, and Blubbernut capitalizes yet again. He is married to that top left 90 this night.
Absolutely is. Heating it up with the upper 90s there off a fantastic 50 from Alex RL, clearing it to the corner. Not an easy thing to do, but certainly one that was calculated, as they're able to take the lead with only 47 seconds left on the clock. Not impossible, but certainly not probable, especially not when Blubbernut is still pounding the net as he is.
Pounding the net is, oh, what an unfortunate bounce from Alex and Blubbernut as the HammerHeads push their offensive yet again.
Oh, and they're able to capitalize. Eagle clearly heard me from before, said he was a bit quiet, and he comes in big time. It's almost as if he thrives in the last 30 seconds. The man has ice in his veins. We've seen it in the championship. We see it here. Not willing to let this game go to the Kings. Not quite yet.
Quite yet is right. It seems like they're starting to learn from, some of the speed demons woes earlier. They're starting to wake up here. Game 2, not letting it get to a game 3 when they're down by 2. Billy Bob, he's getting his head in the game now.
Billy Bob, speaking of which, up in the air, sending it off the corner. Alex RL with a nice touch. Eagle trying to pass downfield to their scorer. Billy Bob getting it over. It's scoreable. What a save! Oh my goodness! Never mind! What a shot! And Billy Bob, when all seemed lost, was helped, it seems, by the opposition. An unfortunate touch from Alex RL gives the game to Billy Bob and his HammerHeads in a absolutely shining fashion, one that I certainly did not expect to happen.
I was so confused as to why Billy Bob got that last goal at the end. All I see is blue on the screen. How did Billy Bob, go for that challenge on the top or on the right side of the post, and then all of a sudden get a goal? This man is teleporting through the field, but then it turns out to just be an unfortunate double touch from the Kings to give the Hammerheads the victory and set this, farm burner copyright of a series at 1-1.
Absolutely. And what do we see different there from the Hammerheads from last game to this game?
Confident hits is really just, as I said last game, like the Hammerheads were honestly kind of just throwing the game a little bit. They were not playing to their potential. Night Leaper is just out of his mind. Like, when was the last time you saw a debut showing for a rookie, let alone one at the bottom of the MMR charts, play this well and this consistent?
Right, absolutely. I think the only other that we've seen similar is Avoidable Clown, who I do know has a higher MMR, but also had very equally impressive opening nights, and we're really getting to see Night Leaper come into his own here. As we see G-Side, a.k.a. The Freak, a.k.a. Panda, stating Night Leaper better than Billy Bob.
Well, they got the same number of goals last game, that's for sure. Which I think Billy Bob has actually about 5 times the MMR rating that Night Leaper has, so
Just goes to show MMR means nothing when you're on the same field. Everyone has the same exact opportunity now. Is Blubbernut trying to find opportunity for his team. Taking it downfield is Eagle with not a lot of boost to work with, unable to get the touch. Clearing it back is Alex RL now. Clearing back is Billy Bob, keeping control in his corner now, playing it over Blubbernut, trying to get it past Joe Papa. Alex RL in the nice, pretty scarab as Eagle now setting it downfield. This ball is going back and forth from one offensive side to the other. A lot of car control, and more than anything, a lot of ball control. Both teams keeping the ball very close to themselves.
And you have to wonder if this is a calculated, strategic decision by Alex RL to pick, some would call it disrespectful vehicle.
I don't think there's anything disrespectful about a scarab.
I don't think there's anything non-disrespectful about a scarab.
What's disrespectful? It's disrespectful to our viewers, who will unfortunately have to look at it all game long now. As Alex RL puts this one high in the air, tries to find the double tap, blocked by Eagle. What a fantastic read to preempt the double tap. Now Night Leaper and Billy Bob both pushing up. Blubbernut sending it over both their heads. It's a very scoreable ball, and it does go in from Alex RL. What an incredible shot. Angles finds the corner of this circle. Carr somehow able to put it in the net and take the lead.
One has to wonder if a better shot has ever been hit with a scarab before.
Definitely gives bonus points, as now we have kickoff once again. Eagle on Joe Papa, very evenly keeled. Banging on net is Billy Bob. Looked like he might go for the double tap, instead went for the bang on net there. Maybe trying to catch the defense off guard, as now Joe Papa will try to push his offense, going for demos through net. Alex and Billy Bob, rest in peace Bearded, trying to clear away.
And actually, now that you mention it, a surprising, lack of demos in this game. Players are choosing to, keep to their own, keep the offensive pressure going rather than pushing for the demo. I think that was the first time I've seen an intentional attempt made by Alex RL against Billy Bob, artfully dodged.
Artfully dodged indeed, and yes, we definitely expect to see Alex popping off with more demos. It's very much ingrained in his play style, as many might know, as now Blubbernut trying to get the ball past, sends it high. It's a very scoreable ball, dangerous. Putting it back down is Alex RL, unable to get the angle off the shot, but he's able to find it there as he takes now a 2-0 lead on the Hammerheads with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left.
A beautiful, beautiful pass from Joe Papa. The Hammerheads really never saw that corner coming. It was so awkward. It just seemed like, they had possession off that save. But Alex, ever vigilant, recognizes the infield pass and puts it into the bottom left for a 2-up lead with 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining.
Without a doubt, as now pushing down the field, Eagle looking to try to tie this game. trying to dribble around Blubbernut. Blubbernut able to cut that off. Former teammates going head-to-head there. And it looks like... Oh, and a shot potential here, trying to get it in. Will it be able to? Billy Bob sends it downfield, catches the Kings off guard. He rolls it down, takes the dog for a walk, brings it to just 1 goal deficit now with 2 minutes, 1 second left.
This man, immense membership, because he is brilliant. Just catching that, like, just tiny hole in the offensive just explosion that the Kings were pressing to just get it right past the line and into the net. That's just amazing.
Without a doubt, as now they will collect. Billy Bob sending downfield, sending it right back is Alex RL. Eagle now keeping possession, passing to Billy Bob. Billy Bob back to Eagle. Eagle trying to get the shot on, wins the 50. Billy Bob with a shot on net, blocked away from Alex. Following up now is Joe Papa. No, Billy Bob keeping the offensive alive. Eagle now, back to Billy Bob. Billy Bob on net, it bounces, saved! What a save for Blubbernut, putting it back is Eagle, and my goodness, the offensive prowess of the Hammerheads in full effect.
Two-man offensive masterclass from Eagle and Billy Bob as Night Leaper holds steady in the backfield to avoid the booms. The Kings didn't know what was happening. They were all turned around.
Absolutely, and you get to see where the chemistry breakdowns happen, even with a team with high MMR such as Alex RL, and Blubbernut. Rotations mean everything, and if they're off just a bit, you're able to take advantage as Eagle, Night Leaper, and Billy Bob were. Billy Bob staying back and patient as always where he seems comfortable, as he is now seeming to be playing in the driver's seat of this match.
It's really amazing and very disciplined, the level of patience that Billy Bob just has. Like, not, you know, you can see him wanting to go for those corner shots, wanting to go for those infield passes to slot it in, but he recognizes the team that he has, he recognizes where his members are on the field, and he makes the executive decisions. That's what brought them back in this game from 2 down.
Yeah, very reminiscent of almost a quarterback, as Eagle now tries to dribble up the wall. Blubbernut not a lot of boost, but able to get able to keep the momentum to get a good 50. Speaking of good 50, Alex RL puts us in a very awkward spot. Eagle tries to get the clear, unable to. The shot on net from Blubbernut just wide as the crossbar signed them up. MVP right now.
Beautiful demo for Night Leaper. I believe that was his first demo of the QRLS, I believe. Congratulations are in order as he potentially saves the Hammerheads from a goal in the last 10 seconds of the game.
Absolutely, as we have free Rocket League, ladies and gentlemen. Liftoff is off, and so is the kickoff. Eagle able to win the 50 midfield, pushes the offense, however, doesn't have the boost, must retreat back. Collecting is Alex RL, air dribbling in the Scarab, not a sight one likes to see, as Eagle now collects in his own corner, tries to find a clear, gets it over Joe Papa. No, Joe Papa, good position, he wins the 50. Night Leaper clearing away, tries to keep it, and the pressure from the Kings is on. Can't get it out of the corner. Billy Bob seems to have the answer, however. Alex RL wanted the boost, unable to get it, will keep control though, and look how close he stays and remains on the ball.
You know, he got the unfortunate boost miss in the one corner. He's like, well, I'm not done. I'll just grab the other one. Keeps it close. The defense is clearly too afraid to challenge immediately, so he takes full advantage of that.
So Billy Bob on Alex RL. Billy Bob wins this one, as now Joe Papa will try to hit. Eagle with the big clear. Blubbernut getting the big win, and back the spine of the Hammerheads is Billy Bob as he gets another clear. Every time it seems like the Kings... the Hammerheads are on their back heel. Billy Bob is there to bail them out.
And let's not forget Eagle here in the net, making sure that no stray pinches off the corner make their way into the wrong net, that being theirs. And now he's pushing up into the offensive end. Kind of missed that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like he just didn't have the boost. This ball's right in front of the net. Unable to get the shot is Blubbernut. As now this shot's high in the air, and the Hammerheads hanging on by a thread with the Kings' offensive push. A pass midfield, Alex trying to collect, tries to get the clear, unable to. Night Leaper unable to get the shot, and it looks like both teams almost scared to win. Alex, however, able to break the stalemate finally, and win in very decisive manner. My goodness, what a final overtime.
What an absolute rip-roaring series that was. You could tell that the nerves were hitting each team. They were missing easy open nets. Frankly, some of the hardest shots in the game are those open nets. But you could just tell that the nerves were just, reaching a peak. But Alex, brings it back down to earth and brings the Kings to a 2-1 victory.
And a big game for Alex RL indeed. 3 goals on 6 saves. 1,000 points on the scoreboard. Not something you'll see often, but wow. A fantastic performance and a welcome back to the league for Alex there as he takes a big win over the HammerHeads, the defending champions. And my goodness, all the drama, all the hype leading up to probably one of the most exciting matches I've had the pleasure of broadcasting. It did not disappoint, and neither did the Kings as they come away with this one. And what a way for Blubbernut to experience his 100th, 101st, and 102nd game here in the QRLS. And, what are some takeaway thoughts from our brilliant color commentator here, Moss? What kind of takeaway thoughts do you have on this matchup?
I think this was one of the closest matchups I've seen yet in the season. I think this is on par, if not even closer than the Bleacher Boys Rocketeers game of last week. So I don't think anybody was really expecting it to be this close. I think, surprisingly enough, nobody decided to take the middle of the road. Everybody either said, oh, it's going to be a HammerHead sweep or it's going to be 100% a King sweep. But I think this just goes to show that expect the unexpected. This was a lot of quality Rocket League that the rest of the league can study and learn from and look forward to their games against these squads.
Without a doubt, and I know Quicksilver is a fan of the way too early predictions, and as we get a little closer, inch ever so closer up to the halfway point now, I'm starting to think this isn't too much of a early prediction as much as I think it's an eventuality. I'll say that what we just saw here is a prelude to the championship matchup.
I don't agree with that, but I'm obviously biased, as you should be as well. I think that this definitely, especially for the Kings, this should turn around their roster. I think that they have overnight effectively put themselves in playoff contention. I don't think that anybody can deny that. That being said, I think the HammerHeads have potential that nobody really knew was there in Night Leaper. I think that Eagle played a defensive masterclass, but maybe could have pushed an offense a little more. And you got to give the HammerHeads a little bit of a break in establishing that kind of mojo that the new teams already need to set. You saw that first game where they just had so many miss-hits, right? So it's way too early to make those calls, but Kings definitely in playoff contention now. HammerHeads definitely on the up and up in terms of their standings in the league, at least.
Without a doubt, and I think you're exactly right. There's so much more to be seen than what we got to see tonight. What's so unfortunate is this is the last time these two teams will see each other until probably the playoffs. But yeah, I think if Eagle and Billy Bob are able to connect in a way that I know they'll be able to, and it's just going to come with time played. This is a brand new team, as it were. They are going to be next to unstoppable. You have the best scorer in the league combined with arguably the best passer the league has ever seen, both with the defensive prowess both with probably the best defensive prowesses in the league, and then combine that and wrap that all together with a player with untapped potential that Night Leaper